Hey everybody, thanks for tuning back into OTRAMM's YouTube channel, your source for Land Cruiser repair and maintenance videos. It's been a while since we've done a shop tour, and we've got the new half of the shop pretty much set up, so I figured I'd go ahead and give you guys a tour while I'm down here on a Sunday working on my truck. So yeah, I'm not really sure what we had and how it was set up the last tour because I haven't gone back to look through it. But I figure I'll just start you over here at the shop door. Never mind this corner. It's still a mess of stuff we haven't figured out where it's gonna live yet. But this oddball bay that we were using as a long-term shop truck or like long-term truck project bay is now like the fab area. So we've got belt or disc sander here, my bandsaw, the welding table, and then this old box now has like all the random measuring stuff, and it was unlocked. Measuring stuff, taps and dies, random lathe tools, all kinds of random stuff. But that stuff's now all organized in one place. The welders finally have a home. I don't think we had this drill press last time I did a shop tour. It's an old Walker Turner Radial drill press. It goes up and down, and the head spins, and then it goes in and out along the ram, and it'll swivel. This thing's awesome. I love it. I don't know that we had the big lathe in the last tour either. Also from the 40s, 1942, I think, Reed Prentice, 16-inch. I paid almost nothing for it, and it's super awesome, except there's some gears in here that drive the threading screw, and they're broken, so I can't do single point threads on it. But most of the feed speeds work. So for what we use it for, it's functional. And then we've got the little horizontal mill over here. I really need a vertical mill, but I haven't found one that we can afford yet. With getting the storage on the other side of the shop, our little parts room here is finally becoming an actual parts room instead of junk storage. We started going through and labeling everything. So this will be just parts that are going on customer vehicles here in the shop, and random fluids. And then we've got our big giant parts washer that's got all the knuckle parts for the Shady 80 in it, because that's what I'm doing this weekend, is rebuilding the knuckles and doing front axles. And we've got our media blast cabinet. I think I added the reclaimer and a better vacuum since the last time it was on video. And the Shady 80, finally getting some love, doing knuckles, burfs, and brakes on it this weekend. So hopefully I can get it through inspection and start driving it. And then the big shop press, still over here in the corner, with the modified swag press brake in it. This thing's heavy and I'm not planning to move it. And then we got a 200 series over here on the lift. It's getting DBA pads and rotors, OME BP51 shocks, and SPC upper control arms, and then matching set out back. We got our air compressor with super ghetto plumbing to run air over to the new side of the shop. Little shop press, and my bench that I use when I'm doing transmissions, transfer cases, diffs, stuff like that. New puller set. The race team had that set, and they've moved out, so I had to get my own. Crash got himself a fancy new toolbox. And then down there at the back corner, you can see waste oil and new oil. We got these Castrol Pod Dispensers, which are really cool. Let me walk you over here. You can load up, a bunch of different kinds, or I guess 4 different kinds of oil on this spinning rack. And then you just push the red button and fill these jugs to however much you want. And then they come off, and they've got a quick release drain valve to fill the truck. So super awesome, super handy. I really like that. Okay, and then the moment you guys have all been waiting for, the new half of the shop, which it's still a work in progress. We've got a bunch of bins to start sorting stuff that haven't found a home yet. And the bigger stuff like the topside creeper and cherry picker, stuff like that, hasn't found a home yet. We got some more tall jack stands. We got a gantry crane recently from a buddy of mine, which makes pulling engines and drivetrains so much easier. But we got the gantry crane over here, the other end of the very ghetto airline plumbing. And then over here in the corner, we put in another 2-post lift so we can get more throughput through, because we keep getting bogged down by not having enough lifts to where we can get underneath. So we've got that one and this one. This truck's getting new Toyota short block, rebuilt head, and a bunch of other stuff. Got an Omanimu suspension, knuckle rebuild, new perfs. And there's his head. Just a random toolbox of storage stuff. And that doesn't want to easily unwrap. That is a new Toyota short block, new timing cover, oil pump, water pump, timing chain set, all that jazz, which is going to be really nice in that truck. We finally got all of our weird tools and specialty stuff that's in cases out on a shelf and sorted so we can find everything we need easily. The fuel injector tester cleaner finally has a home that's not on top of the refrigerator. And then we've just got some of those bins of parts underneath. Put a big window AC unit over here and started tinning the windows. And then we've started going through all of the spare parts that we had, going through, sorting it into bins, and just sorting everything out to figure out what we've got, because we've saved so many parts over the years. But yeah, so new side of the shop is coming along. It's not fully set up yet, but it's getting there. We're enjoying the extra space. Now I just need to find a third tech so we can use the space more efficiently. Oh, and here's a 40 that we're doing a factory soft top on, and they had the real steel bow kit that does not fit the later style bowed in doors. And it's probably too dark in there, you can't see it, but I had to cut and weld and bend the bows to fit. So that's been a fun project. Yeah, but anyway, that's the shop tour update. Hope you found that interesting. Hope that answers some questions on chat. A lot of people have been asking how the new side's coming. So yeah, there's the new side. Thanks for tuning in. If you haven't already, please subscribe below. And if you really dig the channel, check out our Patreon link down in the description. And I'll catch you next time. Thanks for tuning in.